Okay, good morning. In this video, I want to just give you a quick short tour on how to handle this graded result. And this graded result, because we have already entered it, I'll just rush through the introduction, then I'll take you down to how you're going to edit the content that has already been entered in the system. Now, if you go to Assessment Manager, this Assessment Manager, once you get to this Assessment Manager, just go to graded results. And we get to graded results, just to give you how we set up the whole thing. We first of all, I enter the manage category, which is these areas of learning. Then, but this result comes in different. We have different columns, or we can call it different cells, housing a particular area. So to be able to break it into that different cells, I went to manage title. Now in this manage title, I have to break it into five cells: one, two, three, four, five, which I entered here. Now to give you example of what I'm talking about, if you open the results, you see something here. You see that here we have numeracy, we have phonics. Now, each of these, like numeracy, you have all the things under numeracy, they're inside one this area. This one you have phonics, everything inside phonics are inside this area. Now you have the same thing, like you have general knowledge, you have numeracy, and you have creative art. So these are the five things we have in this result. Now, for us to break it into these five cells, I have to use this one, two, three, four, five to be able to divide them, and then still have this as a title of each one. So that is actually what we did here. So after dividing to this, and also have a subtitle, which is now where I have things like creative art, general knowledge, literacy, numeracy, and phonics. Then I was also entered the grades, which is very good, fair, and progressing. So, but where I want us to focus now is on the managed content. Now, when you go to the managed content, this is where you entered everything. Now, like remember earlier that I'm using this title, which is number one to five, to divide them. So everything in one, I put, for example, now we have one for numeracy. So everything in numeracy, I recorded them in one. Everything in phonics, I recorded them in two. Everything in general knowledge, I recorded them in three. So what I did here actually was that when I'm recording it, I say one. Here is numeracy. Hold on. Now one is numeracy. So everything in one was subtitled numeracy. So I started entering the content and the class. Again, I just selected the class. In this case, what we used was either pre-nursery one or either pre-nursery or nursery one. So that is actually how we did that. Now, but we've done all these things, and if you go to upload results, these are all the things that we have, and you're going to see them inside the upload result sheet. Like if I want to go to upload result now, I will see everything that I've entered based on the class I am looking at. So I'm using pre-nursery as an example. So this is third term. So in this pre-nursery, I have all these things listed here in pre-nursery because these are things that I've entered. But the way it is now, these things are no longer going to be used. This content are no longer going to be used for this term. However, it still will be used in the future. So there are two options we have. It's either you delete them, and when you need to use them, you re-enter them again, or we um we disable them so that they will not show here when people are entering the grading. So this is what I'm going to do now. Now I can just to show only pre-nursery, I can just remove this one. So this is only pre-nursery. If I remove this one, everything is out. If I click here, this is only pre-nursery. So I'm seeing only pre-nursery. So I can just use this button to disable anyone I want to disable. So just to show you exactly how it was. For example, I want to disable can identify basic shapes. So let me just type can identify basic shape. I think it's only one. Yeah. Okay. Basic shape. We have to can identify basic shape, and that is not good. But okay, we have this can identify basic shapes here. So I just come here. If I want to locate that, this can identify basic shape. It's also two here. One is in numeracy, one is in creative art. So whatever. So let me just remove this. I've removed this one, and I'll remove this one. So as I've done this thing now, it's not going to appear again where I want to upload the result for pre-nursery. So if you look at here now, you no longer have can identify basic shape. So this is actually how to disable anyone that you want to disable. So in this situation, let's say I want to disable all, for example, in numeracy. I'll simply turn all of them off. So this is numeracy I'm actually working on now. Again, as we disable all this in numeracy, it does not affect the result. This is the result here. If I refresh this result, it will still be showing the numeracy is still there. But what I only did was I disabled them from showing where I want to upload results. So if I come to this place and I don't see anything that has to do with numeracy again, because I've disabled all the content that has to do with numeracy. It's now and again, remember I'm using one for numeracy. Now I want to enter the new numeracy, the new numeracy for pre-nursery. So, like, remember, numeracy is one, subtitle I choose numeracy, class is pre-nursery. Class is pre-nursery, or you just select whatever the class is. Let's say we are entering for nursery one, just select the class nursery one and then start entering the content for numeracy. Now, here I have some of the content. Okay, this is creative. I have some of the content sent to me. So, but that's just the way it works. You just look for the content. Okay, let's say this is the content I want to enter for numeracy. I can now say here, can count and write number 71 to 100. Can count and write number 71 to 100, and I click save. Then I'll do that until I finish for numeracy. When I finish for numeracy, I'll move to the next one. Let's say, for example, the next one is general knowledge, for example. Again, remember, always check so that we will have to make sure that they are well aligned. Now, the second one here, like what I have here, is the first one is numeracy, the second is phonics, the third is general knowledge. Now, because of wrong entry, you now see that fourth here is also numeracy, which is wrong. You get the issue now. The fifth here is creative arts. So we have to make sure that it's properly entered. Everything one should be numeracy. Everything in two should be phonics. Everything in three should be general knowledge. Let's say four will be creative arts. If you have another one, so you have to align all of them very well. Like I said, see, we have numeracy here can identify numbers 1 to 10. We also have numeracy here, can count by root number 1 to 10, and it still remains. So everything in numeracy is supposed to be in this one. So that is actually why the thing is broken like this. Please, if you are doing it and you have any question, you have anything that is confusing, you let me know. It's very important that it's properly arranged. And in this case, like I said, I've already disabled for numeracy, so you can now for numeracy in pre-nursery one, so you can now do for the rest of the content in this one. So if you have any question, please do not hesitate to ask, and I'm going to walk you through it. Thank you.